Antonio Tarver, the Magic Man, sits down with us.
See you.
How's it going?
It's going great, man.
I love these guys. Dawson came on earlier. I rarely see guys on weigh-in day, and they're like, oh, yeah, all happy. Usually fighters are all grumpy. And
right. That's usually
what's going on with you guys?
They've killed themselves to make weight, and they're struggling and, dehydrated. But obviously that's not the case today.
Yeah.
So I'm just ready, man, ready for Saturday night.
Now, you have been that guy in the past. Now, I don't know about grumpy, but you have killed yourself to make weight.
I've struggled sometimes, but, like I say, you learn as you grow in experience. And, at 40 years old, we still learning, still getting better. So, right now I think you'll see tomorrow night that it all came together.
Yeah.
The training camp was beautiful, man. I'm feeling as strong and as youthful as I've ever have, and I'm focused today.
Yeah, you look terrible. You look old. You look grizzled. Look, he's all cut up. Well, we were saying last time, because the odds on this fight, and then some of the talk around the fight is, oh, why the hell is this fight happening? The picture being painted is as if you got your ass kicked last time. And I watched the fight, and I thought you lost the fight.
Right.
But I remember the post-fight press conference, and I'm like, the guy didn't have a mark on his face.
Exactly. And that's what we want to let the people know. I was dressed down in defense, but a little bit too defensively the first fight. And in this fight, we're going to be more offense. We're going to let our offense be our defense. If he's worrying about blocking my punches, I don't have to worry about blocking his. So we're going to be aggressive. We're going to fight this fight, and I'm all in.
Why have you done so well in the rematches that you've had?
Because I've gotten focused. And I look at the fight, and I say, you know what? I beat myself. It wasn't what he did. It's what I didn't do.
Because that's the thing I wanted to. What I was curious about is it when you looked at films, you broke down some kind of a flaw that you saw in the other guy that you hadn't taken advantage of the first time, or was it on your end?
Yeah, it was on my end. It's just that I was too defensive, and I didn't start fighting until the 9th round. Like I should have been fighting early on. So, we made those corrections. We have adapted, and right now it's whatever. It's whatever fight I have to fight, I'm going to do in order to get this victory tomorrow night.
Well, this is also got to be a little different than any fight you've had in recent memory because – at 40, this is kind of back against the wall time. You don't have time to jerk around here.
And I love this position.
Yeah.
History tells us that I'm better when I got my back against the wall.
That's Antonio Tarver. He's joining Stephen Davey, ESPN Radio 1100. You can grab tickets. Hard Rock box office. The fight is tomorrow night. 474-4000 is the number. A little different in training camp, too, that Buddy McGirt was around?
Yeah. I thought that Buddy McGirt, I know he's a great trainer. We've had a lot of success together. I have a great trainer in Jimmy Williams. But I feel two great minds are better than one. And it was a little tough in the beginning, but, man, did they gel in the end. And having both of those guys in the corner, I think is going to pay dividends Saturday night.
What happened last time around? Was he working with someone else?
No, the last time around was just, we lost to Hopkins.
Yeah.
And I think that at the time, you just gotta live life, and sometimes life takes us on different paths. You know what I mean? But it all comes full circle, and we're full circle right now.
Yeah. I find it interesting. I was reading some comments today in one of the papers. You were saying that fighting is just kind of part of your life. Like, not that you weren't saying you're a fighter, but that's not all you are. What do you mean by that?
Well, I'm multidimensional. Multi-talented, and it's a good thing. I have areas that I'm good in other than boxing. I think I'm a well-rounded athlete, and I can commentate, I can act. I'm business-minded. I run my own promotional company. I've been my own promoter and manager for some time now, and I'm blessed. When you look at it overall, I'm blessed, and I'm humble about it, and I just thank God, man, for all the blessings that He's given me.
Has that ever been a negative in terms of being focused?
I don't think it has.
Yeah.
No, not at all. I know boxing is giving me everything, the ability to do the other things, but this is the cream of the crop. And that's why I'm 110% focused on boxing right now. That's why when I've gotten phone calls in the past to do other movies, even if it was just cameos, I didn't want to break camp. It wasn't that important to me. Right now, I know that I have so much more to give, and there's still a small window, I might add, a small window of opportunity for me to really close out my career in the next year or two in unbelievable fashion. And it all starts tomorrow night.
Do you want to get back into the acting down the road? Was that fun?
Most definitely. Who wouldn't? You see all musicians doing it. You see all reality show people doing it. I mean, acting.
Don't see a lot of radio talk show hosts.
Well, you never know. You can be the first one to step off in that arena. You know what I mean? But yeah, acting,
I better get a face transplant first.
You're never too old to act. You understand me? So that's why it'll be something great for me to go into once my career is over with, because hey, you can only box for so long.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And you got guys like Morgan Freeman still at it.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I think he started about 10 years after you. He started in his 50s, basically breaking through.
And he broke through, and it's been the sky since then.
So on the horizon, because you're such a heavy underdog in this fight, which I find amazing.
It's not the first time, but you know.
But I mean, this is like epic. I mean, to be like a 5-1 dog to me seems a little ridiculous. One of the fights that's not mentioned down the road. What happens if Antonio goes out and beats Chad Dawson? What about a rematch against Bernard Hopkins?
That
fight has got to be stuck in your craw.
Of course, because I know I wasn't the fighter that I know I am at that night, and coming from the movie, weighing 233 pounds, losing all that weight, and not having a tune-up fight, which a tune-up fight is a thing of the past these days. Back in the day, we always used to have tune-up fights. If I had to do it over again, I definitely would have had a tune-up fight before facing Hopkins after such dramatic weight loss.